Comic Relief is a $100 million charity with several branches and projects. One of those projects is Kids Relief, whose purported goal is to empower young people with the tools, opportunities, and support they need to harness their imagination and creativity in the fight against poverty. My name is Moriarty, and my YouTube channel is really cool, and I intend to show you that what they really do is teach children how to gamble.
Continue fighting!
My robes! To the void's embrace!
My lady!
Thank you to the Patreons for supporting this channel. As someone who grew up in the early 2000s and witnessed in real time the launch of things like YouTube and the social media boom, dined under the stained glass lamps at Pizza Hut, traded Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon cards on the playground, and consumed a life-threatening amount of strangely dyed food items, I can't escape this feeling that everything has changed. You could chalk it up to childhood nostalgia, or the realization of time floating along, or maybe even a growing disdain for the systems at play and finally aging up into the world to see the bigger picture. I just don't think that's the case. It seems like throughout my childhood, the world was going in a specific direction, and at some point that force was just stopped and sent down a completely different rabbit hole. Trying to pinpoint an exact moment this shift occurred seems impossible. I guess one of the best places to start is Hollywood. I remember being thoroughly engulfed in the Harry Potter franchise as a child. Games, books, candy, toys. If it had a wizard on it, I wanted it. There were several franchises that ate up all of our minds at the time, and while Harry Potter was probably the first franchise I really remember loving as a child, a close second had to be Spider-Man.
That's a cute outfit. Did your husband give it to you?
And with the Raimi films also coming out around that time, I was primed to grow into a lifelong comic book nerd. Luckily for me, my stepdad was already a full-blown geek, and it just so happened that my school was trying a new schedule, where we'd only have class for half a day on Wednesdays, the day my stepdad also had off. So with the remainder of our day left, we'd just hang out. He'd show me old movie franchises that he loved, like Indiana Jones and Ghostbusters, Star Wars, or Rambo, and I would latch on to these series, quickly becoming a fan. When new movies came out, we would frequently go watch them, like Batman Begins or Prisoner of Azkaban. In hindsight, it felt a lot like a generational crossover. He'd grown up on these franchises and passed them along to me. Now we're getting our own to share, like Harry Potter and these new superhero films. So imagine our elation when in May of 2008, we would see the release of a brand new Indiana Jones movie and an Iron Man movie. And so we went and saw both of these movies in theaters. And for both of these movies, we had a vastly different experience. Iron Man was amazing. We both loved it. It felt gritty, like Batman Begins, but still had this charm to it, like the Raimi films, that felt true to both Tony Stark and Marvel. Getting up as I normally do once the credits roll, my stepdad tells me to sit back down. He'd heard from a coworker that there's a special ending credit scene, so we sit down. Never having sat through the entire credit sequence in the movie theater, I realized how long they actually were. So I figured whatever was at the end of this had better be good. And it actually was. The ending scene with Nick Fury and inviting Iron Man to the Avengers opened up this whole can of worms and excitement for what other great stories could be told. It was going to be a franchise with more heroes on the way. I was really excited to see how they'd expand on this mega franchise. Would we get Galactus in the future? Kang? What if those X-Men movies that have been coming out end up crossing over with it? I was simply overjoyed with how fresh and new this all seemed to be. I was once again ready to eat up another franchise. Now, on the other side of the spectrum was Indiana Jones, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. There was a bit of a different experience between me and my stepdad. I remember him walking out just as disappointed as me, seeing one of your favorite series brought back to life and smashed in front of you. Little did I know that that would be a constant feeling in the future. The whole movie felt off. It seemed like it was brought back solely for the point of being able to say, hey, we brought it back. Wasn't that cool? While entirely missing the point of what made the franchise so drawing in the first place. I don't know, something just felt off. I remember an incredibly heavy toy rollout with this movie as well. As I walked the toy aisle between the Go-Go Crazy Bones, the Air Hog
You won't get away with this!
Nothing lasts forever.
But I'm not done digging!
New drop alert! Gomo Fiber is here. Be unstoppable anytime, anywhere, any way you want. Apply now on the Gomo app.
In this video, I will be attempting to survive 100 days in the Philippines in hardcore Minecraft. This means I'll have to survive the extreme weather, aggressive wildlife, and the terrifying mythical creatures that I'll find here, all while I build myself a base for survival and explore these incredible islands. Now with that being said, let's get started. Now before we get into the video, let me tell you about something that I think any Minecraft player would be interested in, and that is Nether Blocks. Nether Blocks offers unique magnetic blocks that bring your favorite Minecraft builds to life, while also inspiring creative play for literally all ages. You can find your very own set over at netherblocks.com. And be sure to use code SMITTY for 15% off at checkout. Yeah, I'll be honest, I choose my sponsors very carefully, but this one actually looks really fun. But with that being said, let's get started with day. I spawned in and took a look around me, only to see that I was near a large river, and a couple of animals. Seems to be a lively little river here.
Now somebody, anybody, everybody scream!
You might be familiar with Stardust and Crimson Coral Cookie, right? They belong to the class of super epics, which is home to a range of weird and concerning things. This is the confusing story of Cookie Run Kingdom's super epic rarity. It's considered higher than epic and lower than legendary, ancient, and dragon.
I am ready for the trust fall. I got you.
Oops. But you know who you can trust?
Shopee. Sa Shopee, may free shipping with zero minimum spend. Trust Shopee for all your shopping needs.
Shop na! Shopee!
And as of current update, there's currently 7 super epics in the game, not including the theorized 8, which is Frilled Jellyfish Cookie. Stardust and Crimson Coral are 2 of the most used super epics, but we'll get to both of them later. The super epic is meant to be the middle ground between the usual epics and the higher rarities, but somehow they've managed to not only outplay all of them, they're somehow harder to get than all of them. Don't believe me? Super epic cookies possess skills with substantially unique qualities that put them above the average epic cookies while being listed below dragon,
My name is Edwin. I made the mimic. It was difficult to put the pieces together.
Yeah,